Here's a scientific story about a laboratory, and the night my girl and I went there to read. It was in our college days. We were going through a phase. In our studies, we were trying to exceed. Now, I was no fuddy-duddy, but we had begun to study when a little insect bit me on the eye. I knocked it to the ground, and this is what I found: a common little ordinary fly. Now, my girl had quite an intellectual interest in the small insect, and soon suggested, why don't you and I put the fly upon the table, and as soon as we are able, learn how disease is spreading right through the common fly. So we opened up the fly, yes, we opened up the fly. We opened up the fly, to say the least. We concluded right away that it was here to stay by the very nature of the beast. But the janitor was sweeping, and into the lab came creeping, and he told us, I don't mean to be a crab, but I saw what was ensuing, and I know what you were doing. Why must you do it up here in the lab? Now, here was disappointment. A fly was in the ointment, but the quest for knowledge must be satisfied. He agreed and said goodbye, and so my girl and I continued in our noble work with pride. She said, I really find you have a scientific mind. Let's open up the fly again tonight. I was really very tired, but she had me inspired, and this was scientific dynamite. So we opened up the fly, yes, we opened up the fly. We opened up the fly a second time. And we discovered that by our acts, we uncovered all the facts, and learned a fly is always in its prime. Yes, in those dear old college days, we created quite a craze, although we didn't mean to start a fad. And to this very day, many couples, so they say, still open up some flies up in the lab. And I still remember yet, and I know I shan't forget, those great old times we had, my girl and I. And because of my dissecting, someday they'll be erecting my statue with my hand upon the fly.